Thanks, Jackie. How about a round of applause for Jackie and Seth? Look, the work that Jackie and Seth do is deeply personal to me. My father was a surgeon for over 50 years, and even as a child, he would lecture me that there was a mantra about operating at the top of your license as a doctor. The work that Epic is doing to infuse AI into the flow of how healthcare providers deliver care allows physicians to go one step beyond, not just performing at the top of their license, but performing at the top of their potential. We're really privileged at Microsoft and honored to be able to provide the platform and tools that Epic uses to build their AI solutions. We're actually very excited to share more with all of you today about how to leverage the same. Like I said in my opening, there's a maker in every one of us, empowering citizen developers and professional developers and enabling them all to collaborate with IT to create amazing AI solutions, and then allowing them to build upon new layers, new fundamental building blocks that embody context and intelligence is what it's all about. Here to share more about ubiquitous innovation, please welcome to the stage Asha Sharma. Welcome, Dad.
Every person in every role now holds the power to create right inside of the tools they already know and love. From the soil of a Nebraska farm to the code running a global bank, innovation is no longer the domain of few, it has become the superpower of many. Work will be defined by human creativity and agents that help it scale in this era. And at the center of this shift across individuals, domain experts, and developers is Microsoft. Let's start with the individual maker inside of all of us. Every one of us has had an idea for an app that would make our lives just a little bit easier. But today, turning that idea into something real takes someone technical and often months or years of work. Not anymore. Today, we're announcing App Builder, so anyone can create an app in minutes right inside of M365 Copilot. All you do is start with your data you already have, your charts, your files, your meetings, all powered by WorkIQ. You design the experience you want in natural language, and you share it with your coworkers just like you would a doc. This is the beginning of something new. Software evolving from being made for people to being made by people. Now, innovation doesn't just stop at the individual builder. Some ideas require more domain expertise, more data, and deeper connection across your business. Copilot Studio is the only low-code agent builder that understands your business right out of the box. So it uses WorkIQ, workflow, security, identity to take real actions and not just generate basic prototypes. Today, more than 230,000 organizations use Copilot Studio, including 90% of the Fortune 500. Now, for decades, developers have lived at the frontier, and they have been the ones to solve the world's hardest problems. And that doesn't change in this era. What changes is the leverage. We're bringing them new AI-powered tools to continue to build the future of what's possible, and they do this on GitHub. This year, someone new joined GitHub every single second, which is the fastest growth we've ever seen. GitHub Copilot started as a pair programmer, and now it's become an entire fleet of coding agents. And now it is also the single largest contributor to GitHub's code base. But we know that developers want choice, enterprises want control, and everyone wants fewer subscriptions. That's why at GitHub Universe, we announced Agent HQ, a single place to pick agents from GitHub, OpenAI, Anthropic, Google, Cognition, xAI, and more, all with consistent governance and observability as part of Copilot subscriptions. Now, when innovation becomes ubiquitous, everyone gets a new set of powerful tools to drive progress forward. And in a retailer like Zava, that means the frontline associates in the aisle, the regional managers are running performance across the stores, and developers are writing the systems to code every single line. That's exactly what we're going to show you. Please welcome Midi, Lydia, and Kyle to the stage.
Today at Zava, the store is packed and sales are strong. But as the store manager, I am scrambling behind the scenes. Every shift change means tracking down who's free, having multiple forks to negotiate swaps, and calling in favors just to keep things running. I really need some help. So I reached out to Lydia over in the store operations team, who says there's no bandwidth for this right now. There has to be a better way. Lydia says I should check out Microsoft 365 Copilot, where I can build apps, agents, and workflows. Now, I want to build an app to solve my staff's scheduling challenges, so I'm going to go ahead and ask it to build me one. I'm going to ask it to create an app with a dashboard and rich visuals so I can easily manage staff scheduling. Now, App Builder understands what I'm asking for, and it immediately begins generating the app right here inside M365 Copilot. I'm really hoping it uses all the documents, spreadsheets, notes, and emails I use today to manage schedules. And here is the app it built. And I can see here a dashboard for shifts across time, a manager view just for me, a visual for store coverage, and even a table for our team members and their shifts. Most importantly, App Builder built on top of Zava's Microsoft 365 data, and it understood the business the way I do. I did not need to learn any new tools. I just described what I needed. No more frantic calls. No more guessing who's free, because I've got an app to do it for me. Now, I'm so excited with what I've built here that I'm going to share it with Lydia to see where it can go.
And the second I saw it, I knew this wasn't just going to help one store. All of my stores could use this. Plus, I'm going to address another challenge. When someone can't make a shift and chaos ensues. Enter Microsoft Copilot Studio to help me build an agent to fix that. So I say to Copilot Studio, when someone emails that they're sick, I want an agent to secure a replacement team member. Instantly, Copilot Studio jumps into action and creates the full agent framework. Copilot Studio has native access to WorkIQ, including Microsoft SharePoint and the Microsoft Graph, so it's grounded in rich context. First, I need to determine when I want the agent to be triggered. When a team member emails our scheduling inbox to say they're sick, I want the agent to jump into action. So we'll go ahead and choose that. Go ahead and give it an appropriate title. And just like that, my trigger's added. Next, I want to go ahead and I want the agent to interact with a staff member to confirm their availability. To do that, I'm going to go ahead and add a Copilot Studio flow. This one's called Contact Replacement Team Member. So we click on that. And just like that, that's added to my agent. Finally, I want the store manager in the physical store to be updated about which staff member will be covering the shift. I'm going to use an existing agent that my colleagues built in Microsoft Foundry, which drastically speeds up my efforts. All we need to do to integrate Copilot Studio with the Microsoft Foundry agent is give it a name, add the description, and the ID. So let's play this out. It's 7:45 a.m. on a Saturday, and Wim, a team member, says they're sick. Before anyone sees the email, the agent jumps into action. It starts by suggesting a replacement team member based on skills and availability, then contacts them to confirm they can cover the shift. Finally, it goes ahead and contacts the store manager and lets them know that in this case, Luca has confirmed he's going to be able to cover the shift. And now, my Zava pop-up stores have an app and an agent working together to ensure every shift is covered inside Microsoft 365 Copilot and Copilot Studio. And now, onto the next task on my to-do list, I want to handle this message that Ryan sent. It looks like the new e-commerce site isn't currently optimized to work for mobile devices. So let me go ahead, file that as an issue with GitHub, and let Kyle from our development team figure that one out.
Thanks, Lydia. I'm a developer at Zava, and I work on our online retail store. We use GitHub for our entire software development lifecycle. While I'd normally be making my coffee right now, I'm going to start by burning down issues in our backlog. And I've asked Copilot to tell me what's on my plate. GitHub Copilot gives me a ton of choice with models from all the frontier labs. And as of earlier this morning, that includes Gemini 3 Pro, and we even have a custom fine-tuned model deployed to Azure Foundry. So here's the issue from Lydia: improving the website to make it more mobile-friendly. Okay, honestly, this is important, but it's kind of boring to do. So I'm going to ask Copilot to start work on this. And because this is a UI task, I'm going to use the custom coding agent that our team built, focused specifically on front-end changes based on our frameworks and styles. Let's also ask Copilot to include screenshots so I can easily see the difference without having to run the app. Copilot gets to work right away, planning and writing code, tests, and opening a pull request for my team to review and merge later. I can manage this task and all of my agent sessions in one place, Agent HQ. Okay, Copilot has that task in hand, so let's go be a team player and work on some security remediation for our project. Our security team uses Microsoft Defender for Cloud to monitor our security posture and find risks in production. Today, we are announcing a new code-to-cloud integration between Defender and GitHub Advanced Security, so we can filter for vulnerabilities using runtime data, like sensitive data runtime issues. Our security team has created a campaign to tackle these vulnerabilities. They choose which vulnerabilities to focus on and a deadline to get it done, so we have an achievable target. I'm going to select all of these vulnerabilities and assign them to Copilot. Copilot will generate these fixes all in a single pull request for our team to review. Now, I also spend a bunch of time in VS Code, and of course, I use coding agents to help with my work here too. Here, I can see the agent sessions related to the code I'm working on across local chats, CLI sessions, and even third-party agents like Codex. I can even start new tasks from right here, and they'll run in the cloud. Now, I realized I haven't written any tests for this code, so before my team calls me out in a pull request, let's add some tests so we can make sure that we're using auth on all of our pages. At Zava, we have developers using Copilot in a lot of different ways. And now, all enterprises can see how Copilot is being used within their organization with Copilot metrics. I can see usage statistics, what models my team is using or not using, and even the programming languages that Copilot is assisting with most. Okay, let's go back to where we started with Agent HQ. We kicked off a bunch of coding tasks, and I can see all of that work here. Now, I want to take a look at the mobile task I created earlier to resolve Lydia's issue. I want to give it a little more context, and I can just do that while it's running and let it know that I only care about phone sizes, not tablets right now. So in only a few minutes, I got Copilot to remediate security issues, start making our online retail store more mobile-friendly, and improve our testing so I stay off the naughty list this year, all while keeping me in control. What we just saw was MIDI using App Builder to solve a scheduling problem, Lydia using Copilot Studio to scale it with an agent workflow across their region, and I used GitHub Agent HQ to tackle 3 tasks in 2 minutes. That's the power of ubiquitous innovation for each of us. Back to you, Asha.
Thanks, team. Incredible work. Now, with this new work and this new world of creation, people that build AI-driven products need a very different foundation, one built from models, tools, and intelligence. That's why we built Microsoft Foundry, an open and modular app server for the AI era. Foundry has powered nearly every single product that you've seen on this stage today. And as we mark our first year, the momentum is unmistakable. Over 80,000 organizations are building on Foundry, and today, we are the #1 AI platform in the world. Now, we find ourselves in a multi-model world. Foundry has become the home for the leading models like OpenAI, Mistral, DeepSeek, Llama that your teams use every day. But there's been one frontier provider that we've been missing. This morning, we changed that. Anthropic models are now live on Foundry. Please join me in welcoming Mike, the Chief Product Officer of Anthropic. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Asha.
Thanks for being here. What a year it's been together.
It's been an amazing year together. I am so excited to be here and so excited for the news.
Amazing. Do you want to, let's tell everybody what we launched this morning.
Absolutely. So our partnership together is really about enabling developers and enterprises to build intelligent agents with Claude no matter where they are. And that's why today we announced the availability of Claude Sonnet 4.5, Haiku 4.5, and Opus 4.1 models, all of our frontier models, in public preview on Microsoft Foundry. Claude on Foundry enables customers to build, scale, and secure production-ready applications and enterprise-ready agents in one trusted platform.
Now, we've been finding ways to work together over the last year, but we've been cooking up some exciting things. Do you want to show everybody what we're going to be rolling out over the next few months?
Absolutely. So we've already partnered together to bring the Claude family of models to GitHub Copilot's 26 million users. We've been collaborating closely on the MCP standard for tool calling, and we've been offering Claude as part of M365 Copilot chat for billions of users. Now, we're taking the next big step by bringing Claude models to all of Microsoft Foundry. In this example, we're using Sonnet 4.5 and Skills to build a product plan for our favorite line of socks for Zava. Claude builds the plan by using WorkIQ to find context about market details and potential pricing, and then it uses the Zava branding skill to create potential taglines that feel on brand. Next, we use Claude to create a PDF by using the PDF skill, and this quickly creates a beautiful, fully designed executive summary to share with the team. And then finally, and this is cool, we'll use M365 to send the PDF back to the two of us. So this is Microsoft's enterprise knowledge combined with Claude's agentic capabilities and skills.
The thing I love the most about this is the Claude skills working together with WorkIQ. I feel like we're the only two companies in the world that can bring that type of use case together for enterprises.
Absolutely. And this goes beyond knowledge work to coding as well. So thanks to our partnership with GitHub, Claude has become a first-class agent, which means your developers can collaborate with Claude as part of GitHub's Agent HQ. So example, you can start by assigning Claude an issue just like you would a teammate. Claude instantly picks it up, creates a branch, opens a pull request. And then from there, you interact directly with that PR. You can ask questions, request changes, iterate together. When it's ready, you can merge, and that's it. So this is Claude working alongside you like a coworker, directly in your team's workflow. It'll write code, learn from your feedback, and help you move faster.
Amazing. You know, you have been so thoughtful about your model advancements, safety, everything you're doing in coding and enterprising, and everyone you partner with. I'm sure everybody here and everybody at home would love to know, why is our partnership different than anyone else's?
From the very beginning, there just felt like there's been a lot of shared DNA and trust across both companies. And I'm really excited about what happens when you combine the power of our trusted models with Microsoft Foundry and M365. So we're making Claude available to enterprises that have already invested in Fabric, in Foundry, in M365, and removing barriers like navigating separate vendor contracts and billing systems so developers can get started with Claude right away. I can't wait to see what you all build. Stay tuned for much more to come.
Thanks so much, Mike.
Thanks, Asha.
Now, what's unique about this moment is that now Azure is the only hyperscaler to offer both OpenAI and Anthropic models to fully empower our customers to build the best AI applications on the planet. So with all this choice, picking the right model for the right job to be done becomes even more critical. That's why today we're also announcing the general availability of our new model router. This model router automatically selects the best model based on accuracy, performance, cost, or balance. It enforces US and EU data boundaries by default, and customers are already seeing 50% lower latency and 15% higher quality. So with models multiplying, tools everywhere, we've never had so much raw power. But raw power is not enough. Models don't understand your margins, tools don't understand your customers, and most solutions only understand the what of the work, not the why. The why lives in documents, lives in chats, in meetings, and web pages, and files. And in every organization, this sits in two oceans of data, one that's structured and one that's unstructured. And between them lies this intelligence gap. Agents should not sit on top of these systems. They need to live in between them. They need to be able to see across silos, reason through context, and act on behalf of people. That's why today we're also announcing a new intelligence layer, one that knows how your company works, understands your business logic, and can take real actions in the real world. It is made up of 3 connected planes: Work IQ, Fabric IQ, and Foundry IQ. Now, Ryan talked about Work IQ, so let's start with Fabric IQ. Fabric IQ builds on 20 million semantic models in Power BI that encodes your business logic. Now those models are going to extend beyond analytics and into operations so humans and AI can share the same understanding of your organization in real time. And because Fabric IQ is integrated with Microsoft 365, every single user benefits. In Power BI, in Excel, in Teams, in Copilot, all with security flowing automatically. To take us deeper, please welcome Zia.
Thank you, Asha. Imagine this. You need to understand if Zava should open a new pop-up store. Our store operations dashboard has an agent built on Foundry taking advantage of our data in Microsoft Fabric. You start by asking for markets with high demand signals, but the agent didn't understand what demand signals meant or where the more relevant demand data is. Results by just dropping an agent on top of your data can be mixed at best. AI needs an understanding of what the data means and how things relate to take further action. With Fabric IQ, you can adopt the language of your business, defining entities and connect them across all your data in one lake. From real-time data, semantic models, and even mirror data from sources like Snowflake, Oracle, or Google BigQuery. You're not just analyzing data, you're giving AI and your people a shared understanding of what it means, so they can act on it in real time. Similar to what semantic models did for business intelligence, Fabric IQ is doing for AI, making results consistent, accurate, and transparent. With the model built, you can now see a live unified view of your organization and visualize how everything connects, from relationship graphs to supporting reports and other business data. You can also trigger rules to take action and leverage agents to help run your business through automated decision-making. Using Fabric's geospatial capabilities, you can instantly see how shipment delays impacts demand across regions and where opportunities are emerging. After adding Fabric IQ as a knowledge for our agent in Foundry, it looks like Boston is the strongest candidate for the next pop-up store. We now have confidence in the results provided by our AI solution. It has a deeper understanding of our business and provides much more relevant guidance. And look at that jump in quality. Same question, same agent, but now it understands us. Adding our business knowledge turns a generic response into something actionable and tailored. Now that we've published Fabric IQ, it's ready to fuel other solutions and any agent, including Foundry. From unified data to unified intelligence, this is IQ in Microsoft Fabric.
Thank you so much, Zia. Now, if Fabric IQ is shared business logic, Foundry IQ is the intelligent connection point across all of your structured and unstructured knowledge that your agents rely on and take action on. This is the first large-scale implementation of context engineering, extending RAG built for agents. And unlike traditional RAG, Foundry IQ doesn't just retrieve, it plans, it reasons, and it iterates across Work IQ, Fabric IQ, blob storage, the web, and more. So to put it to the real test, let's build a multi-agent system, end-to-end, live on stage. Please welcome Elijah to bring it all together.
As a developer at Zava, my job is to make sure that our store ambassadors can focus on customers while our AI agents watch the store. Let's dive in. Here we can see our workflow with 3 different agents. We're going to talk about all of them today, but first I want to talk about our Zava Store Operations agent. This is the agent that knows everything a store manager could possibly need. Let me show you how I built it. Every agent in Foundry starts with a model from the Foundry catalog. Foundry gives us same-day access to the latest open source and frontier model releases, so we're always working with the best the moment it's available. The Foundry catalog even lets me compare 2 models against each other to see which one is best for my use case. Today, I'm going to be using DeepSeek v3, which gives me the perfect blend of speed and accuracy for our low-margin retail environment. Now, let's go ahead and create our agent. I'm going to name it Zava Store Operations, and I already have it ready, so let's go check it out. So you can see here, first I gave the agent some instructions, and then I connected a knowledge base using Foundry IQ. We're going to talk a little bit more about Foundry IQ here in a second. But first, let's give it a real task and help plan a sale for the upcoming CIM Marathon in Sacramento. I'm going to use the starter prompt and kick that off. While that's running, I'm going to use Foundry IQ. Our knowledge base in Foundry IQ contains a bunch of different pieces of information, including our product catalog, store inventory, employee handbook, and local market intelligence. Foundry IQ, and it's possible to do this using a wide variety of data sources, including Azure Search Index, Blob Storage, Bing, SharePoint, OneLake, and Fabric IQ. Fabric IQ, which Zia just showed us, gives our agents real-time business context on our store operations. Now, if we go back to our agent, we can see here that it created a full plan for our marathon sale, pulling in info from previous events using Foundry IQ. But let's take it a step further. I'm going to ask, what should I do if there's an item on the floor in the store? And what's going to happen is our agent will then pull from Foundry IQ to pull information such as our safety policy documents and other information to give us the answer. Foundry IQ supercharges our agents to be able to make critical business decisions quickly. So not only does this agent help us plan, but also react to what's happening in the store. Speaking of reacting, let's go to our next agent, which is our video processing agent, powered by the Foundry Video Indexer. This agent watches our store in real time and emits inventory events, like if there's low inventory or if, whoops, somebody knocked something on the ground. I don't know who knocked that shoebox over, but we'll come back to that. Zooming in on this agent, you'll see that Foundry's open ecosystem lets me run Microsoft Agent Framework, LangGraph, which I'm actually using here today, or other frameworks on agent service. This is all possible through our new hosted agents, which handles the deployment, lifecycle management, and auto-scaling for you. Foundry's open ecosystem also gives me access to over 1,400 enterprise-ready tools and MCP servers. And because it's all A to A compatible, it interoperates seamlessly with agents built in Foundry, Copilot Studio, or any other compliant system. Let's go ahead and check out our store camera feed. And if we see here, there is a shoebox on the ground. And it says right here, and our agent picked it up saying hazard shoebox on the floor. Pretty cool. So now finally, I'll add our policy and notification agent, which uses our new agent memory to remember previous conversations and personalize messages to store managers. And so here we can see our agent memory. Pretty great. And so, returning to our workflow, if the video agent deems an event requires action, and I just got a Teams ping. We're going to get back to that here in a second. So first, our video processing agent will monitor the situation, and if it has an event that it feels like it requires action, it'll pass that to the Zava Store Operations agent, which will, in using Foundry IQ, will add context around store layout, safety policy, and risk level. And finally, the policy and notification agent notifies the store manager. And Asha, I don't think you sent me that ping, so let's go see who it is. And if we flip over to Microsoft Teams, there it is. Cleanup on aisle 6. Our workflow just notified us that there's a white cardboard box currently lying on the floor. Fully automated, real-time, end-to-end. We just saw how easy it is to build multi-agent workflows with the all-new capabilities of Microsoft Foundry. Only Foundry brings together multi-agent fleets, hosted agents, and live enterprise knowledge with Work IQ, Fabric IQ, and Foundry IQ across any store, any region, and at any scale. And it works with any model, any framework, and any tool. And with that, back to you, Asha.
Thanks so much, Elijah. With every platform shift, it redefines how we create. Computing made it personal, cloud made it connected, and AI makes it ubiquitous. And that is changing how every company needs to operate. What you saw today expands what work can be. Every person can now shape intelligence to fit their job, their team, their ambitions. And they can stop scaling by effort and start scaling by capability. And they can do that with the tools that they already know across M365, Copilot Studio, GitHub, Fabric, and Foundry. Judson, back to you.